some of what Jake Myers is doing this season is not chasing pitches outside the zone. Laying off ones outside, forcing pitchers into the zone, and he's getting some good swings in.
Seen the confidence build the last couple of series for Cam Smith. He had an RBI double his last time up to make it an 11-2 game at the time. He is officially 1 for 3 with a walk and an RBI. That's here for a 5th time. Angels have a new catcher in the game. Travis d'Arnaud is now behind the plate. They're going to call that a swing on Cam. It's 1-1. There's d'Arnaud taking over for Logan O'Hoppe, who had a tough night tonight. O'Hoppe has been brilliant all year, but tonight went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. This ball hit high in the air, deep to left field. Could it be his first career home run? It is! Cam Smith, his first home run of the show, and the Astros lead 13-3.
Welcome to the show, Cam Smith. First big league bomb right here at Daikin Park. Hometown fans get a chance to cheer on Cam Smith doing damage. We saw him hype after doubles and triples. I can only imagine the hype he's going to be in right now.
What a feeling for Cam to get that first big league home run. 13-3.
That is awesome.
Cam hit 7 in the minor leagues after being drafted from Florida State. And he gets his first big league bomb here. And that smile's not going to leave his face all night. That was well struck.
That was.
That had a lot of hang time.
Yeah, that launch angle was pretty extreme, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
370-foot shot, but it was in the air for about what felt like a day and a half. Joe Espada congratulating him. Off the bat at 104.8. Launch angle was 37 degrees.
You know, baseball is such a game of patience, and you saw the at-bats in Minnesota, and he had struggled in his first homestand, even though he got a hit in his first career at-bat. He had struggled overall for his first 18 or 19 plate appearances, and then all of a sudden, 2 days off between the trip to Minnesota and Seattle, last day in Minnesota and the first day in Seattle, and then he comes out as a different guy in that Mariners series, and he's carried it forward tonight.
And Joe Espada and the hitting coaches kind of recognized a little bit of an issue with him in the box. Maybe he's starting to scoot away from home plate, get him back in that little more comfortable spot that he's been in before. And he's starting to swing the bat, and he's barreling it up. Man,
Doobie's not joining the party tonight.
Gosh.
An 0 for 5 night for Doobie, but how about the first bomb for Cam?
There it is. It says it was a changeup, so an off-speed pitch down and in, but he was able to recognize. But he clipped that well out in front of home plate and just elevated. And he had plenty of time to enjoy this one in flight. 6.2 seconds.
Awesome. Awesome. That was my first time watching him. I loved every second of it.
You were pretty pumped up after that double. Can you take us through that and what you were thinking and feeling in that moment?
I was just feeding off that atmosphere we have here in Daikin Park, honestly. It's electric. I get the chills every time that crowd roars, and I love to hear it every time we have a big hit or a big inning.
How about the home run? What are you looking for there? And did you know, what was it like just getting that one out of the way and rounding the base?
I thought it was pretty high, so I couldn't really pimp it like Yiner did. But I know I had a good chance. I clipped it pretty good.
What do you feel like has been better about your bats since the couple of days that you had off?
Just working with Cintrone and Sinker in the cage just a little bit more than I usually have.
Do you feel like you've been doing anything differently or doing anything maybe that's helped you have some better results?
Yeah, just knowing when to get ready. Just being on time isn't good enough for me, so I had to get ready a little bit early, and I think that's helped.
On the double, like we've talked about, they wanted you to be a little more aggressive early in the count. On the double, the fact that you hit a first pitch fastball, like how much was that kind of what they've been telling you to do, and how happy were you with that?
Yeah, I think that's part of the emotions I showed because I know what they've been asking for, and I finally delivered, so I had to let that roar out.
What did you think about how the entire offense performed today?
Outstanding on both sides of the baseball. Outstanding tonight. That's Astros baseball right there.